Hi friends, how are you today? I'm doing great, especially because you are here with me. I have a question for you. Has anybody asked you to ever do something and you said, okay, I will, and then you never did it? Sometimes it happens to us, right? Sometimes we say we'll do something, maybe like a chore. Maybe someone we live with asks us to do something around the house and we say, okay, and then we never do it. Yeah, it doesn't really go over too well, does it? No, because people are counting on us, right? The Whirl Friend kids are planning a bake sale. Now, you might think there's a lot to do in a bake sale. Let's see what they do.
Hey, look up on that bulletin board. The church is having a bake sale to pay for repairs on the pipe organ.
I heard they found a family of raccoons in it.
They've got all kinds of jobs we can sign up for. I'm going to help with, the cake booth. What about you, Clara?
Me? Oh, the pressure is too much. I can't.
Is she panicking?
Yes. Are you going to sign up to help with the bake sale?
Me? No. This looks like a job for... Phantasmo! Defender of integrity and hygiene! Phantasmo will sign up to help with all the remaining jobs!
Really? So, setting up the tables, getting plates and forks, and the bake sale permit.
All of it! Phantasmo! Away! Hey, Gig, how's it going?
Otto, where have you been? You said you would set up the tables, get the forks and plates, and a city permit to sell baked goods.
I didn't volunteer for that. Phantasmo did. And I'm sure he's on top of it.
Really?
Ooh, cake.
See?
Can I have a piece of cake? Or not, if you...
Sure, Clara. Here. We don't have any plates or forks or anything, really. Sorry.
No plates or forks? This looks like a job for... Phantasmo! Phantasmo found a fork in the garbage can. Here you are, citizen. You there! Is that a paper plate in your hand? Don't throw it away. Sharing is caring.
Germs. So many germs.
I don't know how this could get any worse. What's that?
What's going on?
It's the 5-0!
This is the police. You are operating a bake sale without a permit. Come out with your hands up.
But Phantasmo said he was going to get us our permit.
It doesn't matter what people say they will do. They need to do it.
Excuse me, officer. Is this bake sale permit good enough?
Yep, that'll do it.
Clara, you did something for the bake sale. I thought you said you couldn't help.
I just couldn't take the pressure of everyone expecting me to do something. I wanted to help, so I volunteered for things in my head. Oh, and I've got plates and forks, too.
That's weird, but it's wonderful. You're a hero.
Greetings, citizens. I am, Illusion Lad, sidekick to Phantasmo. Phantasmo sends his apologies. He was unable to save your bake sale due to an international emergency.
Uh-huh.
Ha! I must go now. Illusion Lad, away! Here we go.
Well, Phantasmo had all kinds of activities that he was supposed to do or things that he was responsible for to do the bake sale. He said yes. Wonder why he said yes. Maybe he wanted to feel part of things and maybe he wanted to make a contribution. Wonder if he ever planned on doing it. Maybe. And maybe he just forgot or ran out of time. But when we say yes to things, it's important that we follow through. because people are counting on us. If Clara didn't go ahead and get a permit to do the bake sale or bring the plates and things to have the bake sale, what would they have done? They would have had all of these cookies and fun things to sell, but they couldn't have sold them. They couldn't have done it because the permit says, yes, you are allowed to sell things today. And they could get in trouble if they don't have a permit. And the plates and napkins, well, how would you eat a messy dessert without any of that? It would be hard to do the bake sale. So it's really important when we say that we're going to do something to follow through, to actually do it. So then everything happens just like we plan on it. Today, we are reminded that our actions are important as we follow Jesus. We can act like Jesus at home, at school, at church, and even playing with our friends. Actions matter. Today's Bible story comes from our World Story Bible. Today, our story is called Words or Actions. You can find this story in the book of Matthew, chapter 21, verses 23 through 32. The chief priests pushed through the crowds of people in the temple. They had some questions for Jesus. Who said you could teach about God? They asked. Who gave you the authority to heal people? Why do you have the power to create miracles? Jesus stopped teaching and replied, Before I answer, I have one question for you. Who gave John the Baptist the authority to baptize people? The leaders began to argue with each other. Was the right answer God, or the people, or something else? They answered Jesus, We don't know. Jesus frowned at the leaders who could not agree. Wonder what the world kids are thinking. Answering a question with a question is pretty clever. Yes, but it makes me wonder what the answer really was. Instead of answering the chief priest's question, Jesus told them a parable. Do you know what a parable is? Jesus taught in parables. That means Jesus had stories, like stories that he made up to explain things, to help teach people. Because sometimes when you tell people a story, it helps them understand. So that's what Jesus is doing right now. He's telling the people a story about how he would like them to answer that question. All right, let's get back to it. A father asked his son to pick grapes in the vineyard. No, Father, I don't want to, the son complained. Later, he changed his mind and picked grapes for his father. Then the father went to his younger son. Will you please pick grapes today? Yes, Father, I'll pick grapes. But the younger son did not pick one grape. Jesus challenged the chief priests with this story. God hears our words and wants to see our actions too, he said. Words and actions go together. If you say you love God, show it in what you do. What is our world friend saying? Who is allowed to say no to their parents? Not me. Oh, I am not a fan when my kids say no to me. Do you say no to your parents or your family members? I bet it doesn't go so well when you do, right? Yeah. Who asks you to help? Does your family ask you to do things around the house? It makes your house a better place when everybody pitches in, because not one person can do everything that the house needs. It's just too much. So that's why we as a family all pitch in and do things together. And when we do things that are helpful and kind and loving, well, that's showing God's love through our actions. Showing God's love by doing things helps people understand the way that God's love is so big. If we were mean and grumpy, would that be sharing God's love with others? No, it wouldn't. So when we are out, even at home, in our lives, this week, let's really try to remember that the actions we do, the things we say and do, actually help us share God's love with others. For our craft today, I thought we could make an action mask, something that we could put up to show what kind of actions we're going to do. Now, sometimes when I think of actions, I think of running or jumping, but actions can be as simple as giving hugs, smiling, listening to people. Those can be our actions, and those actions help us show God's love to others. So I made a cute little mask. It's a bear mask. And this bear reminds me of being a loving mama bear, because loving mama bears use actions like hugs and listening and smiling and just overall love and warmth to other people. So my action mask is a loving bear. What are you gonna draw? All right, my friends, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.